trailers, the new subscribers, the returning subscribers, welcome back to today's tutorial on how to make a crop top. So here I have an African print fabric and my lining already cut, but I'm going to show you what I did. So to determine the amount to fold, because we are cutting on fold, to determine the amount to fold, it is your upper body, the highest upper body circumference. In my case, it is the bust divided by 4, then plus around 2 inches just for extra. So here I have the front, and I also have the back all on fold, and that is my center front. So we are going to start measuring. I already have marked 0.5-inch starting point line, and that will be our shoulder line. So from there we take our measurement. So from shoulder to bust you mark it. In my case it is 10.5. Shoulder to your full length, in my case it is 19.5. Then you also add your 1-inch hemming allowance. Then you also, from your shoulder, you're going to mark your armhole circumference divided by 2. Armhole circumference divided by 2. That is what I just marked. And we're going to label that place your chest. So you just mark everything out. And then the next thing, I'm working with a neck width of 3 inches for now. So you mark it. Then my shoulder, your shoulder to shoulder divided by 2, you mark it. Also the back neck, I'm working with 1.5. The front, I'm working with 4.5. That is the neck depth. That is what I just marked. So I'm still marking the shoulder to shoulder divided by 2 on the chest line so that we can draw a straight line there. So after the straight line, because our shoulder is not straight, it's slanted, we are coming down by 1 inch and we are going to connect it to the neck line just as you see me do. Your shoulder is not straight. So okay, now I'm going to mark the actual neck width I'm working with, and that is 4.5. So I'm marking it there, and I'm going to connect with my curves, connecting the back and I'm connecting the front. For the armhole curve, you find a midpoint between the slanted shoulder and your chest, and you mark it there. From there, you're going to go in by half an inch. For the front, please, half an inch, just go inside there, and we are going to connect it this way, just as you see me do. But the connection is not complete because we need to get the bust circumference. So for the circumferences, bust divided by 4, you mark it there. It's divided by 4 because this is water, so you mark it there. Then I'm adding half an inch ease allowance, and then 1 inch sewing allowance. So you mark it, and we are going to take this exact measurement straight down your chest, your bust, your waist. So you grab your ruler and you just mark it straight down. When you are done, you're going to complete your connection, your armhole connection, connect it to the main one, to the true measurement. So I'm done with that, and I've also added half an inch sewing allowance. For the front armhole, you just move out by half an inch. Just follow the drafting of the front, follow the drafting of the back also. You add half an inch. Then on the shoulder, half an inch. On the neck, half an inch all the way. And we're going to cut for the back first. The back neck, the back armhole, just as you see me do. I'm just following the tracing of the back to cut. Then when you are done with that, for the lining, I went up by 1 inch, please, 1 inch. The lining is shorter by 1 inch. You will see the reason later. So I've taken out the back and the lining, and then we are going to complete that of the front. We cut the remaining armhole for the front. So you can see I'm just drafting it to show us, to make it visible for us. So that is half an inch sewing allowance for the armhole of the front. Then we are going to trim out the remaining neck and the remaining armhole. Sewing this, we're going to place the lining the right side facing the right side, and also for the front side, then you just merge it this way. Then you sew it by half an inch on the neckline. That is half an inch sewing allowance we left. Do it for the front, do it for the front, do it for the back also. When you are done, you're going to move your lining just the way I'm showing you to the hemline, and you're going to also sew that place by half an inch or 0.5. Do it for this side, do it for the back side also. For the back, we have no zipper, but we're going to make use of button. So what we are going to do, I just pin this, and I'm going down more by 6 inches. By 6 inches, just as you see me do. I'm marking it just on the center line, and then we are going to sew it this way, half an inch. Sew it down by 0.25. So I just mark it out to show us. and then you're going to complete it. But sorry, I forgot. I have to add my loop, the button loop. So I have it here already. It's two, but I'm going to show you what I did. What I have here is less than 1 inch. So you're going to fold it as bias, fold one side, fold the other side, and you fold the two together, and then you go ahead and sew it down. So the length of each one is 1.5 inches. So you're going to fold it and just follow what I'm showing you, please. Open up that place. On the center, you're going to place it just somewhat immediately after the sewing allowance you left. You're going to place it that way, pin it down. You also place the second one, pin it down, and then we are going to cover this up and take it to our sewing machine, sew following the line, and that is it. Now we are cutting it open. I'm just trimming off every excess. So I've also sewn the down part together. And what you're going to do is you bring this up, the lining is shorter, lift it up, then sew the side by just 0.25 to give it a neat finishing. Do it for the front, do it for the back. I've done that. And we are notching the neckline for ease, as you can see. So you're going to turn it out from the armhole, and this is what we have. The button loop is there, and then we are going to use our hemming gum. I love my hemming gum. So to gum the fabric to the lining in a way that the lining will not be showing on the neckline. So you see the effect of making your lining shorter. It cannot come out on the down part. So you attach your button, and that is all for this. Now to join the shoulder line, we are going to place it right side to right side, and then the lining of the back, I'm taking it to cover the lining, sorry, the shoulder line of the front. And we are going to sew that by 1/2 inch. Do it for the other side too. So this is the effect of doing it this way. You have a very neat shoulder line, a perfect shoulder line. Next is to cut our sleeve. So remember, we have a 1 inch side allowance, and we've already used 0.25 to sew in the lining there. So that 1 inch minus 0.25, I have 0.75 left. Then we are going to mark that out and start taking our armhole round measurement after the 0.75. So okay, you just take your armhole round, and if you notice, I also went in by 0.5. That is our armhole, allowance. So you measure to the other side, leaving the side allowance, and I have 20 inches. Unfold it is about 10 inches. Now I have a fabric here. I folded it into four because it's for the both sleeves, and I made sure that this wise I have up to 10 inches. That is half that armhole. I have up to 10 inches. Then we are going to mark our cap height. The cap height is 4 inches, and I'm just marking it on the both sides, and I'm going to mark a line there. Notice what I'm doing. From this tip, what I'm measuring is that armhole divided by 2. That is 10. Wherever it gets to, you mark it there. And I'm going to rule a line across it. Just follow what I'm doing. Then I'm finding the midpoint between that line. And on this side, I went up by 0.5 inch. And, I'm just drawing a curve there. This is for the back. Please just follow closely what I'm doing. This is for the back. And then for the front, I'm going inside on that side by 0.5 also, and I'm going to, curve it out. Please, I already have a very detailed tutorial on 2 methods to cut your sleeve. So I will link it on the comment section. I'll pin it there. So please follow the link there and go and learn. Then I'll follow the line of the back and give 1/2 inch sewing allowance. I also follow the line of the front and give 1/2 inch sewing allowance. Then for the length of this dress, I'm marking it out as 12 inches, and I'm also adding 1 inch hemming allowance. I'm marking the upper arm circumference divided by 2, and I'm going to add 1.5 inches for ease and connect it. Then I also added 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'm now trimming out the back first. Trim out the back first as though I've added the 0.5 inch sewing allowance. So when you're done trimming the back, you're going to notch the points so that you know your allowances and all that. Then I just added a little bit twist. I went up by 1 inch on the hem, and I just made it straight like this, and I'm going to cut that out. When I'm done, you're going to unfold these to cut for the front. So this is right side facing right side. You're going to trim out the extra for that front, trim it out. And this side now would be for your right side, your right sleeve, and this would be for the left sleeve. So you label it. Then I've also cut the lining, and I made the lining 1 inch shorter to give us that effect. So you take it to your sewing machine, right side to right side, you are going to join it on the hem side. And this is what I have here. So you grab the sleeve for the right side, place it on the right armhole. Just do it this way to give it a neat finish. Match the center point of the sleeve to the shoulder line and pin it down. I'll just keep quiet so that you follow what I did. After pushing it inside, you're going to sew that point by 0.25. Then you sew your shoulder by 0.5. You also sew the other side by 0.25. But you're going to just follow what I'm showing you. But you're going to leave an opening of like 3 inches where we're going to bring this out from. When you're done, you do the same for the other sleeve. So this is it. I'm done and I'm bringing it out this way. And you can see the shoulder line, the armhole, everywhere is sealed up. The seam allowance is not showing. So that remaining side, you're going to fold it inwards and take it to your sewing machine to sew. After that, we place the right side of the back to the right side of the front, and then we're going to join the sides. So you can retake your measurement. Of course, you know the allowance you gave. So from the sleeve, you're going to, join the two sides, join this side, join the other side, and that will be all. Thank you for following us. This is the outcome. Isn't this beautiful? Everywhere sealed up. That is my joy. This is the front side. Thank you very much for watching. So please go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Please subscribe. My next tutorial post will be on the trouser of this top. So see you in my next one. Bye.